look back from 40 years ago, what we were cooking myself 40 years ago is not what I cook now. Maybe the same style. We borrow the technique from Europe. We borrow some technique from Asia. And now we're starting to, and a lot sometimes from Latin America, mostly Mexico with the tacos in America. Now all of a sudden you start to see the influence of Peruvian cuisine. There's some very excellent restaurants recognized in the world as the best. And you realize, and the healthy aspect of that eating. Ceviche is a great example. Right? We had the sushi craze. Now we look at ceviche. So now mainstream America, or the people that eat out, know ceviche what it is, right? They know, and they get used to eating raw fish with sushi. So now ceviche, it's more bright, acidic, tantalizing on the palate. With Peru happens to have some of the best processed foods. The piquillo, the avocados, artichokes, the chips. These chips are great. Fava beans, corn chips, olives, ají amarillo. And we have to bring it to the attention of our guests also to create something new and refreshing. Well, 100%. It's when I was born and raised in the USA, right? My parents are grandparents from Ireland, right? So, and I'm a typical American white guy, right? We eat bland food. Our food was salt, pepper, butter on the toast. I worked in French restaurants. I worked in France. Typically, the food is tasty, fresh, lots of butter, lots of cream, herbs, right? Wine. Chocolate and dessert and safe, right? And then all of a sudden we start to get salsa in the U.S. and the salsa sells the same amount as ketchup. So all of a sudden people start saying, oh, the spice, nachos, Doritos. We start eating spicy food is introduced to America. And same with Chinese food, spicy a little bit. All of a sudden we realize, spice is nice. Spice is good. But what's really good about Peruvian food is the digestive quality, because there's a lot of citrus, a lot of acid in ceviche. So you don't realize that when you're eating some of the Peruvian food and or product, you have a good digestion. Like for example, this product is fava bean. We call it broad beans, but fava bean. This has a bean, but I can use this as a crouton, right? No gluten. I can grind this up and use it for breadcrumb. All right? Great possibilities. Now, if I don't see this in front of me, I can't think like that. But I can use it as texture in a ceviche. And of course, we have this on a taco, tuna taco, where we use ají amarillo. This stuff is great. Plus, it's pretty. Whenever we need a little kick, I can throw some of that in a soup or in a pasta. All of a sudden, wow, it comes alive. Another level of flavor. When we cook, we want to create levels. If you have butter on bread, right? Delicious, right? Toast? Yep. But it's this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's no highs and lows, right? Yeah. So when you start introducing citrus, zest, heat and sweet together, beautiful. Now we throw a little lemon in there, a little lemon juice, a little butter. Well, I think when I say processed food, I don't want it to get confused with overly processed foods, which are loaded with sugar and salt. If you look at fast food in America, it's processed over. I'm saying about production of quality product, right? The process of getting this to me in the market and being able to deliver something. See, if I had to buy these fava bean and take them, boil it, and then dry it myself, I'd never do it. Too expensive. I don't have the equipment, right? So this is a convenient product, but it's healthy. So to me, as a chef, I get excited. Wow! And now I can have a chicken Milanese without the carbs, without the bread. Now, if I use this for bread, it doesn't. If I cut this up, make a breadcrumb, it doesn't absorb any oil because it's not a crumb, right? So. I think farmers are very much underappreciated, and they should be appreciated, and they should make a lot of money because they're growing a lot of product. It's hard work. Chef is hard work. Farming is hard work. Yeah, because you're nurturing your product, and then there's good years and bad years and all that. So anything we can do as chefs, I think I speak for many, when we can help a community of farmers or a global community get the things on the plate. It's marketing. It's what we do. We're marketing the product. But there's an advantage because it gets my brain creative. Now I look at this from one day, I can say I can do 20 things. Now, do we create the best new dish in America with that? We can try, but it doesn't matter because all of a sudden we start to print it on the menu. People start to see it what we cook on TV. All of a sudden, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know I could do that. And that's our job as educators and mentors toward the young chefs that work here. They're going to take this idea when they go to the other chef, and that little snowball goes up and up and up, gets so big. It takes a decade, right? I mean, if you look at Nike sneakers, that wasn't made in one day. That took 50 years, right? So you got to start to quality. You got to have value. You got to have accessibility. And you got to have marketing. And you got to put it in the right hand, and education. Well, our customers here are Latino, American, African American, Latino, local, foodies, all kinds. We got young. We have DJ too, so it's a little bit. There's some dancing, and but we get older. But we got Korean people because we live. This is a Korean community in Fort Lee, New Jersey. So we got everything. We're using the top level chef creates something. Next thing you know, Pizza Hut has a pizza with sourdough. They have recipes, yes. They need to know. They need to know. They need to know that this is better to eat than bread. See, you have a salad, no croutons. Put this, if you do a Caesar salad with this, that's a start. Caesar salad with crispy fava beans, you put the Parmesan, the lemon. I'm going to do this next week. Because I have people, when they order Caesar salad, they want the crisp. But now this is gluten-free.
Very good. Thank you very much.